Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. I of course am just another heavy metal maniac, and today I am doing another album review for a release that I've definitely been anticipating. Today I'm going to be discussing the newest offering from Defeated Sanity entitled Chronicles of Lunacy. So like I said, this is definitely a release I've been anticipating. This released yesterday, which was 22nd of November 2024, same day as the new Opeth album, so pretty stacked day for new releases for metal. So this is the 7th studio album from these German technical / brutal death metal veterans. Has been around for a pretty long time. Their first album came out back in 2004, if I remember correctly, and so yeah, they are definitely veterans of the technical brutal death metal scene. They've been around for a fairly long time, and I'm gonna say kind of right off the bat that if you are a Defeated Sanity fan, you are going to like this album. Like, if you're already familiar with Defeated Sanity's style, you already kind of know what to expect, but I still think this album is really, really damn killer, and I honestly really, really enjoy this album. So, yeah, let's get into kind of the more review part of this video, I suppose. So yeah, this album, like this is technical / brutal death metal. It's very technical. There's a lot of like technical riffing, and there's very insane, kind of almost jazzy influenced drum work. There's some really cool like bass lines. So it is very technical, but it doesn't go like full blown like tech death wankery necessarily. Like, and it's still got a lot. It's still very brutal, very, very heavy. There's like slam riffs. The vocals are just those low, gurgly, brutal death metal vocals that you would traditionally expect from brutal death metal bands. And yeah, very technical, very, very heavy. I do really like the production on this album too. Like, the guitars are just thick and crunchy. The bass tone of this album is just, again, super thick and just like very kind of gnarly sounding. The drums are very tight and punchy. The snare is kind of pingy, which is you know, kind of what you want of a brutal death metal album, really, because, you know, without the pingy snare, sometimes it just feels like something's kind of missing, you know. So yeah, and I think the songs on this album are all just absolutely pretty killer. Like, right off the bat, from the opening track, Amputations Drawn, which roughly translates to like urge to amputate, like, or something along those lines. That song is just an absolute dick kicker. It is just fast, it is just vicious and unrelenting as all get out. And yep, you go through the lyrics, and it's basically just about like cutting off your own limbs to get it off, which is just like crazy, out there, gross, and totally fits with this band's just crazy, fast, intense style of music. And then you go through the rest of the tracks, like The Odor of Sanctity, which if I remember correctly, was released as a single. That song is absolutely awesome. I love that song. Accelerating the Rot, which was also released as a single, is a fucking awesome song. I really, really dig the shit out of that song. Patriarchy Perverse is a really good song too. But probably my favorite track on here is actually the longest track on here, 6 minutes long, Condemned to Vascular Famine. That song is absolutely awesome. That song is just, again, thick, meaty riffs, and the drumming on this album, I think that's kind of the main thing people really go to this band for, is just the insane drum work, because Lyle Gruber is a fucking beast behind the kit. Like, you know, he brings in like kind of almost a lot of like jazzy influence, and just this brutal, technical, like just very fast, unrelenting playing, but he, you know, it's not just like constant barrage of aggression. Like, there's cool fills, and he does things to make, you know, the songs stand out from one another. And I think Lyle Gruber, insane drummer. So the drum work on that song in particular, though, I think is just absolutely crazy, and I love it. So yeah, overall, I think all these songs are just really, really damn killer. In terms of any like negatives I have about this album, honestly, I kind of don't really have any negatives about this album. I will say that maybe me personally, I didn't enjoy this album as much as I kind of thought I was going to, because honestly, the Defeated Sanity's last album, Sanguinary Impetus, I absolutely loved that album. I know a few people were kind of like a bit iffy on that album, but I really, really, really dug that album. I thought it was like one of the best things they've ever done in their whole career. Psalms of the Moribund is probably always going to be my favorite Defeated Sanity album. Probably that one, although if I rank Defeated Sanity one day, we'll see if that changes or not. But yeah, this album, even though I think it's not as good as the previous album, is still definitely a very, very, very worthwhile listen. Again, this is just absolutely just insane, crazy, intense, technical, brutal death metal. If you're not familiar with this band, but you're a fan of, like, I'd say Suffocation, definitely, Dying Fetus, Cryptopsy, even stuff like Devourment or like Gorgasm, check out this album and you'll probably dig it. And yeah, overall for me, if I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it a solid like 4 out of 5 stars. I really, really dig this album. This is just an absolutely just kick-ass album in my opinion. Definitely one of the best death metal releases of the year. Definitely one of the best, like, more brutal death metal releases of the year, I'd say. And yeah, well, that concludes my review for Defeated Sanity's brand new album, Chronicles of Lunacy. If you made it to the end of this video, sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted all of a sudden. If you made it to the end of this video, you are awesome, and I appreciate you. Do consider subscribing if you're not already, because I do have a lot more content coming your way. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. Tell me, do you agree with my opinions? Do you disagree? What do you think of the new Defeated Sanity album? Let me know down in the comments. And, well, that about does it. I'm just another heavy metal maniac. I'll see you all sometime in the future. In the meantime, all of you take care and have a fantastic day. So long.